Okay, here's the question then. Parts A and parts B. And then there's a third part as well to part B. Okay, I've summarized it here. So let's have a go at the solutions then. A part 1. So A is equal to 420 here for this GP, first term. And the second term, AR, is equal to 294. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If we divide 1 by 2, or 2 by 1, gives... Okay, so what we get then, AR over A, which is of course R, will equal the 294 over the 420. And hopefully 7 40s, so 280, 7 2s are 14, that adds up to 294, because it's 7 tenths, isn't it? 42, lots of 10 underneath. And you can tap it in the calculator and you can verify that that's 0.7. Find S infinity, part 2. S infinity then is equal to A over 1 minus R, which is 420 over 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3, which is equal to 420, and it's 3 over 10, isn't it? So swing the 10 up the top. Again, use a calculator if you need to. 3's into that goes 40. Times 10 is 1400. So that's the sum to infinity. Part 2, write down the nth term as PQ to the power n. Okay, so part 3. So it would be AR to the n, which is equal to 420 times R, which is 0.7 to the power n. That's it there. AR to the n, PQ to the n, which is done. Part B, first term of an AP is 240. So move on to part B now. So A is equal to 240. D is equal to minus 8. And then UN is the nth term. Write down UN, so part 1. Nth term is A plus n minus 1D. A plus n minus 1D, which is equal to 240 plus n minus 1 times minus 8, which equals, that'll be plus 8 one term when you expand the bracket, so it's 248 minus 8n. So there's UN, part 1. And part 2, given UK equals 0, find this sum. UK is equal to 248 minus 8k equals 0. 8k needs to equal 248 then, doesn't it? So k will equal 248 over the 8. It's got to be 31 when you divide it out. Tap it in the calculator again if one needs to. So k is 31, so find the sum of the first 31 terms. S31 then is equal to n over 2, 31 over 2, 2a plus n minus 1, which is 31 minus 1, is 30, times d, 31 over 2 then, 2a, 480, plus 30d plus 30 times the minus 8, which is the d. So we've got 31 over 2. This is minus 240. 480 minus 240 is 240. And then 2 goes into 240 120 times. So we've got 12 31s and a 10, haven't we? 310 and 62 is 372. Tap it in the calculator again if you need to. 10 31s are 310. 2 of them is 62. 310 and 62 is 372 times by 10, of course. 3720. So that'll be the sum of the first 31 terms. Okay then, here's the question. And there's another part to B as well. So let's just scroll down. Okay, so I've summarized the question here. So let's have a look at it. First of all, show r equals 0.7 in this geometric series. So let's have a look at that. So the first term a is 420. That's number one. Also, the second term ar is equal to 294. So let's divide one by the other. 2 divided by 1 then gives, so AR over A, which is just R of course, and that's equal to the 294 over the 420. And you'll notice that if you tap that in a calculator you do get 0.7, because 740s are 280, 72s are 14, 280 and 14 are 294, so it's 7/10, which is 0.7. So that's part 1. Part 2, find S infinity. S infinity is equal to A over 1 minus R. A is 420, wasn't it? Over 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3, which is 420, and 0.3 is 3/10, so the 3 can be put there, and the 10 swings up from here right up to the top. 3 goes into 42 14 times, so it's 2 zeros, and it's 1400 is the sum to infinity. Write the nth term as pq to the n, part 3. Nth term then will be a r to the n minus 1 as the nth term. So that would be 420 times 0.7 to the AR to the n minus 1, which is equal to 420. We could put, we want n, don't we? So divide by 0.7, and that way we can write 0.7 to the n, can't we? So 7 is 420 over 7 times 10 times 0.7 to the n. Save using a calculator, and that's equal to, 7 goes into 42 6 times, so 600 times 0.7 to the power n. Okay, that's part 3. That's why part 3. Part B, first term of an AP is 240. So B, A is equal to 240. Common difference is minus 8. D is equal to minus 8. Okay. The nth term is un. Write down un. So un, first of all, then the nth term is a plus n minus 1d, isn't it? A plus n minus 1d, which is 240 plus n minus 1 times d, which is minus 8. So that's, expand the bracket, we get plus 8, so that's 248, and then it's minus 8n. Okay, good. So that's B part 2. B part 1, write down un, that was 1 here. And now let's do part 2 underneath. Now, given uk equals 0, find the sum of the first k terms. So here, 248 minus 8k will be the uk term, won't it? Equals 0. 8k will equal 248 then, move the 8k over, and that tells us what k is. K is equal to 248 over 8. 8 goes into 24 3 times, 8 goes into 8 once, so k is 31. So now we need the sum of the first 31s. terms as 31 is equal to n over 2, 2a 240 plus n minus 1 is 30 times d minus 8. So we got 31 over 2. 2 lots of 240, take away 1 lot of 240 is just 240. And then 2 goes into 24 12 times. 10 31s are 310. 2 of them is 62. 310 and 62 is 372. 372, and there's a 0 as well, times by 10. 3720.